I'm going to be playing the mountain dulcimer for my first couple of songs, and I'm going to tell you all about myself. And if you want to see pictures to go with every episode, just visit my website, jennimansfieldpeel.com. But I got started in 1982 singing for people at Scarborough Fair as part of the Performance Guild. And after one weekend of playing my guitar and slinging it around on my back all weekend, I decided I was going to pull out my mountain dulcimer and play that instead. There is a sizable difference. So anyway, here's one of the songs that I wrote back at that time, and it has a hat in it. So here we go. Look at this hat. It's Grandma's hat. Look, it's got a ribbon and a feather. I wonder if she wore it to a picnic in the park back before I even met her. But when I put on Grandma's hat, I wonder who I'll be. I could be a beautician or a lady politician running for the presidency. Putting on Grandma's, putting on Grandpa's, putting on the old folks' clothes. What I wanna be, nobody can know. Get to wear the old folks' clothes. Look at these shoes, they're Grandpa's shoes, shiny and stiff and leather. I wonder if he wore them to a picnic in the park back. I wonder if he wore them to the office or to church back before he and Grandma got together. But when I put on Grandpa's shoes, I wonder what I'll find. I could be a billionaire or a newsman on the air or a man from the FBI. Putting on Grandma's, putting on Grandpa's, putting on the old folks' clothes. What I wanna be, nobody can know when I get to wear the old folks' clothes. Ties and shirts and purses and skirts all are waiting for me in the attic. My friends will come and play, we'll pretend we're in the days back before everything was automatic. But I wonder as the years go by, will I have grandchildren too? And when I get old and gray, will they come here to play and want to put on my clothes too? Putting on Grandma's, putting on Grandpa's, putting on the old folks' clothes. What I want to be, nobody can know when I get to wear the old folks' clothes. Putting on Grandma's, putting on Grandpa's, putting on the old folks' clothes. What I want to be, nobody can know when I get to wear the old folks' clothes. Now, I want to talk a little bit about influences as a songwriter, because I've been doing this for a bunch of decades and I've had a lot of influences. One of my really strong influences besides my own family is literature. And what is some of the first literature you ever read? Aesop's fables. So see if you can identify Aesop's influence in this next song. This is called The Milkmaid and Her Pale. A milkmaid with her bucket on her head, with her bucket on her head, she was walking, returning to the dairy, and to herself she said, oh, I'll be rich someday. With the milk in my pail, some money I will earn. With her bucket on her head, she was walking, for from its cream, sweet butter I will churn. For milk makes cream, cream makes butter, so I'll be rich someday. Then at the market, some eggs I'm gonna buy. With her bucket on her head, she was walking, and in to find chicks, they'll hatch by and by. Oh, I'll be rich someday. When the chickens are grown, I'll barter me a few. With her bucket on her head, she was walking, for fine silk cloth and imported lace too. For milk makes cream, cream makes butter, butter earns money, and money buys eggs. Eggs hatch chicks, and chickens, chicks grow to chickens, trade chickens for silk, so I'll be rich someday. beautiful gown. With her bucket on her head she was walking, and make a fine show whenever I go to town. Oh, I'll be rich someday. And to all the boys who want to get a kiss, with her bucket on her head she was walking, I'll simply toss my head like this. For milk makes cream, cream makes butter, butter earns money, and money buys eggs. Eggs hatch chicks, chicks grow to chickens, trade chickens for silk, and sew a fine gown, and toss my head when I go into town. With that her milk pail fell to the ground. With her bucket on her head she was walking, along with the butter, the chickens, and the gown. Oh, I'll be rich someday. Greed and vanity are not the point of this tale. Other lessons will teach you that, but the moral learned by the milkmaid with her pail is don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's right. Oh, I'll be rich someday.
All right. Hey, I like that. That's a great song, and the instrument fits it. Is the dulcimer like an American instrument, or did that come across the pond somewhere?
That is an Appalachian mountain dulcimer, so it's native to the United States of America, but it's just a box with strings on it. So it's from the lyre family, and its closest relative in Europe is a similar Scandinavian instrument. But people have been playing lyres forever, and some people have just been playing lyres forever.
But that's the mountain instrument there that you're playing.
Yeah, that's a mountain dulcimer.
Yeah,
in fact, it's a Rocky Mountain dulcimer. I got it in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Oh, that would be Rocky Mountain then. Okay, great, great. Sounds great. Okay.
Yes.
I called it a dobro a while ago. I know the difference, but for some reason that was the first word that came out of my mouth. So I apologize to the dulcimer people.
Oh, Harry, I thought it was a prompt.
No, I just being dumb. So, okay, okie dokie. I'll let you be there. You're doing great.
All right. Okay, so we were talking about influences, and when I was, I guess, about 16 years old, I found the works of Child, Sir Francis Child, and the Child Ballads. It's several volumes of work that this early ethnographer completed, collecting song lyrics from all over the British Isles. And so these books contain families of folk songs. And one of the families is the Two Sisters family. The Two Sisters family has songs in it ranging in length from all over the British Isles, Ireland, Scotland, and it may go back even further, like to Adam and Eve. I don't know. No, it was when Eve had a sister. But in these ballads, there's always an older sister and a younger sister. And the older sister is jealous, and the younger sister ends up dying somehow by drowning. And there's always a man involved. So when I wrote my song, Two Sisters, I set it in the Ozark Mountains. And I hope you enjoy it. The flock is in, the gate is barred. Fathers foul have left their yard. his riding horse is curried down. He stands and watches all alone. These Ozark mountains, Ozark kin, they hide their secrets, old as sin. White river mist will rise and roll. When is my sister coming home? My sister's name is Anna Lee. She lays her head here same as me. She'd never lift one dainty hand. She'd catch the eye of any man. My mother died when we were small. My sister has her rings and all. My father's what was left to me, and his beloved Anna Lee. My father calls his Anna fair, with her little waist and her yellow hair. But I'm the one who tends this farm. He says I'm near good as the sun. He doesn't see her for kind, and that she stole what's rightful mine. He doesn't know that he has seen the last of lovely Anna Lee. This morning on a rocky ledge, she was wandering by the water's edge. Wet stones betrayed her pretty foot. I saw her fall from where I stood. Right river mist can't hide my shame. She clutched my hand, she called my name. I watched her eyes as she went down, and I was glad my sister drowned. Now night must fall, as night must do. Father stares off in the blue. He doesn't even notice me. He's waiting for his Anna Lee. These Ozark mountains, Ozark kin, they hide their secrets, old as sin. White river mist will rise and roll. When is my sister coming home?
You're like a real folk singer. That's great.
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. So I just wanted to say that I did meet some of you folks, I hope, who are listening today from Dallas Songwriters Association. Not only when I got to make a presentation, maybe 2013, about how to submit your songs to the radio, but also because my husband Tom Peal and I produced an open mic in Dallas for 3 years called Free Dallas music, free Dallas music open mic at the Half Price Bookstore, the Mother Store on Northwest Highway. And I know I met some of y'all there, and I just want to express my appreciation for the work of the Dallas Songwriters Association. It's not easy to produce an event that is a public event where, you know, people's egos are on the line every single moment.
No.
Yeah, well, and you know, it was my friend Slim Ritchie. We're going to talk about Slim in just a minute, but it was my friend Slim Ritchie who reminded me that, you know, Charles Manson was a songwriter, and people are really sensitive about their songs. But anyway, here's a songwriter song for all of you. Everyone is equal at the laundromat. Everyone is equal at the laundromat. Everyone has dirty socks and mismatched towels. Underwear reflects the fruit of everyone's bowels. This is not the year we'll take a princess cruise. We won't buy designer gowns with dyed-to-match shoes. If there is no dryer for you, wait in line. If you do not talk to people, they won't mind. Everyone is equal at the laundromat. Everyone is equal at the laundromat. Little kids who run around are everyone's pain. Vintage wine or grape juice, it's the same old stain. Everyone is equal at the laundromat. Everyone is equal at the laundromat. Once you pull your linens out, you can't renege. You can't hide your panties because they look too big. Dryers don't dry faster if you get real sore. Washers don't wash better if you pay them more. No one's an aristocrat, everyone's aware of that. Everybody's equal at the laundromat, the laundromat, the laundromat, the laundromat, the laundromat. When Quinn the Eskimo gets here, everybody's gonna jump for joy.
Hey, Jenni, that, you know, I can see the video now. You're in the laundry. You have people in the laundromat, and they're line dancing around the laundromat. You know, wearing underwear on their head and all that kind of stuff.
Oh man!
Yeah, I mean,
now the producer needs to appear, producer.
That's got video written all over it.
Oh yeah, thank you. All my songs do, Harry. Though you have to admit it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right.
That's true. Okay.
So, speaking of being a folk singer, I had this dream one night that the great producer in the sky came to me and said, "Jenni, don't you have anything besides those folky songs?" That's actually not true. I did not have a dream. What happened was Slim Ritchie, the most dangerous guitar player in Texas, needed to make a little extra money. And so he put together a swing guitar class outside of Austin, where I lived at that time. And I kind of got bitten by the swing bug for a while. And so here's a song that comes out of that. You disappointed me. It's a shame, but it's true. Once I fell over you, but you disappointed me. What am I to you? Now, should I stay or go? Hate to say it's the end. I could flip that coin again, but you disappointed me. What am I to you? They say no one can make you happy. That's just like one of those sacred laws. But if people don't make people happy. What does? How can I know your dreams? What you wanted to do? How my love feels to you? All in all, it seems I'm a disappointment. It's true, I do believe I've disappointed you too.
That was beautiful.
And then the great producer in the sky said, what am I going to do with a song like that? Let's try and bring people joy, okay? Not bring them down.
People like to cry.
I don't know. I really like that song.
People love to cry. They do.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful song. I like those chords too. So you learned all that in that workshop with what's his face?
Oh, it was more than a workshop. It was weeks and weeks of lessons and personal study, because swing, it turns your head to spaghetti. I swear I cried for a whole year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it messes with you. Okay, well, it's time for me to sing my last song, and I would like to send out a big thank you to Barb McMillan. Barb, you have been, I hope you're going to listen to this sometime, and you might even be here right now. You have been the driving force behind DSA for a long time, and it's meant so much to so many people. My interactions with your organization have always been wonderful. It's, like I said before, it's not easy to produce a community organization. Harry, I want to thank you for the work that you do week after week to give independent musicians a platform, because as independent musicians, what are we always looking for? We're always looking for a place to play and an audience who might enjoy our music. So it's a huge thing that you guys are doing, even though you're really pretty easygoing and really open about it. I know it's difficult.
Jenni, we just want to be loved and adored by everybody. Is that asking too much?
Harry, you are a songwriter, and I know that you are not asking too much. I mean, see, the thing about being an artist is that you see what other people don't see, and you hear what other people don't hear yet. And that makes you a freak, and it's not easy to be a freak in this world.
It's fun.
So here's one more songwriter song. This goes out from my heart to all of you who are listening, all of you who are writing your own music, playing your own music. And it's called, and all of the players at this show today. Thank you for entertaining me. And this is called Receiver. Hey, Barb, what I wanted to say to you was, look at us. There's a satellite tower off in the hills with a steady transmission, a triple beat pulse, and it's got no brain, so it can't be deceived. Never will care if it's received. No warm kitchen ear or late radio, ready for a sweet song the tower never knows. And it never will pine, and it never does tire for the shivering hum of a trembling wire. I ask the sky, I ask the sea, I ask the stars, but they haven't told me. When will I be received? So if I was a circuit or a song machine, I wouldn't have to pay to be a poet, not a screen. I couldn't be held by a sad, sweet song like a dream or a memory you've had so long. But there's a wire in my head searching for a buzz. There's a bone in my heart that beats for love. A dial in the desert spins around and around, looking for a signal or any resident sound. Just a voice on the line, even only a test. Signs and streams point east, and they point west. So I ask the sky, I ask the sea, I ask the stars, but they haven't told me. When will I be received? I ask the sky, I ask the sea, I ask the stars, but they haven't told me. When will I be received? Thank you to everybody who tuned in today to this Dallas Songwriters Association Songwriter Showcase. There's wonderful talent to come. It's been such an honor for me to get to play at this event. My name is Jenni Mansfield Peal. You can find out all about me at Jenni, Jenni, Mansfield, Peal, .com, and following these kinds of shows too.